Bula Vinaka, my name is Alia Valentine and I'm a second year student at the Laucala campus. For my UU204 Matai project, I've picked the topic on a natural heritage site in my Pacific Island community. I'll be discussing some of the information around it, the ways, the significance and the ways it has been protected or preserved for the future. It's currently 5 a.m. I'll be leaving soon. My destination is about approximately 2.5 hours away. So join me on this journey. I'll be showing you its and bits of the journey, and yeah, let's go on an adventure. The natural heritage site that I'll be focusing on is the Sigatoka sand dunes, which is located near the mouth of the Sigatoka River, which of course is in Viti level, Fiji. I walked into the information center at 9 a.m. where I had met Ifuremi, who was the individual in charge of the day, who showed me the map and the two tracks that they had. A short track that consisted of 30 minutes walk, the longer track which was a 2-hour track. I had chosen the 2-hour track as that consisted of the walk through their conserved forest and beachside, hence giving me a better perspective and ensuring that I collected as much information I could. After a 30-minute walk through their forest, we came to a clearing where they had placed a shed as a resting area. We took a few minutes break and the ranger in charge of taking care of us showed us one of their techniques of preventing the spread of bushfires or any fire in general into their conserved forest, and one of the techniques are by creating fire breaks, which is basically about 2 meters of a cleared path. After a not so easy climb with sand in our shoes, we had made it to the peak of the sand dunes that had presented us with the most incredible view. The Sigatoka Sand Dunes was declared Fiji's first national park in 1989, which they then named as the Sigatoka Sand Dunes National Park, which is described as one of Fiji's natural wonders. It's famous for two things: one, tourist attraction, and second is that this is mostly where our 7th and 15th players train at. You must be wondering how this place came to be. Well, this place was created through the workings of wind, water and vegetation over a long period of time. And not only that, this place encompasses an area of 0.68 square miles and reaches heights up to 20 to 60 meters, hence making it the smallest national park in the world. This park holds a lot of significance due to its historical value. Now, this place is thousands of years old, and it is an archaeological site due to the various discoveries that are being made here. Now, along with human remains, there were findings of pottery shards and stone tools, which are all the significant clues to man's first arrival in Fiji. For instance, in the late 1940s, a team of archaeologists had discovered an ancient burial site right here at the sand dunes with over 50 individuals. Now, these remains that they had discovered dated approximately 2,600 years ago. Now, with these remains, they also discovered pottery shards and also cultural materials that had led them to believe that the early inhabitants of Fiji were of Lapita descent or origin. Now, Lapita itself is an archaeological site in New Caledonia where such pottery shards was first discovered. So you can imagine the pottery that was found in Fiji and the journey it must have had. Park is a Fijian heritage that is rich in both cultural and natural attributes, and a key contributor to its protection is the archaeological treasures that are buried beneath these sand dunes. Now, these treasures or findings continuously contribute to the history of Fiji and its people. Hence, the evidence of the past continues to be unearthed by nature itself.
So these structures here, these are called the beach teepees. We build them over here as part of our conservation project. So what happens is that as the wind blows, the sand piles up on these structures and it forms like a ford dunes. So that helps to combat climate change and rising sea levels. So it helps to form a barrier along the beach.
After a long walk along the beach side, we went back into the forest. This part of the forest was a men-planted forest, and it was planted to prevent the sand from the sand dunes from coming into the highways and the roads. Before this beautiful forest was planted by men, it was an informal settlement, but they had been relocated to conserve the natural part of the sand dunes. Additionally, a little bit about this place's biodiversity is you may have seen a few vines or scrubs laying around at the sand dunes, but the park's forest is a diverse place. And I say this is because the plant species are both introduced and native species. Now the native species here at the park are very unique because they have adapted to the environment of shifting sands and also with different weather patterns. Not only that, the park is also home to 37 species of birds, 8 of which are endemic. The 2 that I can recall is the Fiji white-eye and Fiji goshawk. Now, not only that, but if you do explore further, you will find skinks, lizards, geckos that all find refuge here at the park's diverse habitats.
So these structures are symbol of protection of the environment. So we built them around the trees so that when we have visitors coming past, when they see this, they'll know that it's a symbol of protection and conservation of the environment.
Hello, Pula.
Hi, Pula. Nice to meet you.
So I have a few questions for you. Is it okay? Can you tell me a little bit about this wonderful organization that works for this natural site?
Okay, so the Sigatoka Sand Dunes National Park, it is Fiji's first national park. So it's owned by it's run by the National Trust of Fiji. We have a total of 11 sites in Fiji we operate. The Sand Dunes is one of them. So Sand Dunes was established in the year 1989 and it was opened up to the public in 1997 when we made our first visitor information center. So the Sand Dunes is very important to the people of Sigatoka and also in Fiji as well because it has a lot of significance. It has archaeological, historical, geological and cultural significance. So the Sand Dunes is also one of it's the only sand dune system here in the South Pacific, not including Australia and New Zealand. So for South Pacific island to have a sand dunes, it's a very unique feature.
Thank you. So what is the significance of this place?
So the significance of this place is basically it's a unique wonder of the Pacific. It's the only sand dunes here. So another significance is also it has a lot of historical artifacts that we have here, like potteries, human bones, human skeletons, stone tools, and all that. So it has a lot of important historical value.
Thank you. Do you think climate change has an effect on the heritage?
Yes, climate change has impacted. We can notice it by when we go to the beach, the tides move up, water levels move up, and it's also causing a bit of sand erosion.
So when was the last time you guys found such as like remains, stone tools, or
So the last time we had any sort of research done here, or people finding some potteries and artifacts, was in somewhere around the early 2000s. That was the last time. That was done by Simon Fraser University from Canada, and some of the remains, some of the potteries that they found, they've put some of them in the display here in our East Information Center.
Are there any plans for any other research to be done?
As of now, we haven't had anyone reach out to us for research purpose, but we might have in future, and we are open and welcome to anyone wanting to come and do some research.
Okay, so do the nearby villages play a part in preserving this place?
Yes, the nearby villages, they help us a lot. So what we do is we usually invite volunteer groups from the nearby villages. So they come and we sort of educate them about preserving and conserving the sand dunes and what they can do to help protect sand dunes. Also, another thing that we are currently running here is it's called a Heritage in Young Hands. It's a program where we invite all the young kids from the surrounding schools and bring them in for eco camps. So those eco camps can last for about a week, and we educate them about the importance of conserving the environment and the sand dunes, and we also educate them about how they can protect it for future generations.
That's very incredible. So how do you plan to preserve and protect the site for future?
We plan to just keep educating people, especially the younger ones, because they are the ones that are going to protect it for the future generations. Like I mentioned, the Heritage in Young Hands program, we're inviting all the young kids, trying to educate them and teach them on how to preserve the environment and conserve it and protect it for future.
Okay. Oh yeah, so that's about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Vinaka.